All right. Salute everyone. Podcast or watching for the very first time. Um, Today is our Sabbath, and strangely, but not strangely, watch this. Our Sabbath is very special today. Watch this. Nobody else. So most people got their Sabbath on Friday. Nothing special on that day right now. Sunday. Nothing special on that day either. Tuesday, which is literally today for us in the land. And for those who are in America, I think it's about to be there. Either way, today is supposed to be something special that's taking place. Number one, a total eclipse happens this week, and it will be the last one for 3 years. Dude, y'all see how red this moon is? Sun and the moon, hands on the clock. Oh, I'm hearing my testimony. And so now I can figure the whole entire thing out right now because of my testimony and what the Father said. Mm. All right, let's hit on to the intro. And I'll be back with more info.
The Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded or who murders or is sexually immoral or uses witchcraft or worships idols or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, Yahuwah says your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit.
Beats by all the songs.
Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Hey, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from Satan's squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame,
By all the songs.
truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, yeah, yeah, truth colors.
We are heading into the Great Tribulation. Look at everything. Look at it. Look at how everything is. Come on now. Last lunar eclipse for the next 3 years. How long was the Great Tribulation again? Times, and half a times. The church always says 7 years. Times, half a time is 3.5 years. What they done did was add 3. So they did 3.5 years plus 3.5 years and came out with 7 years. That's that always the added thing. Well, you know it's gonna be for 7 years, you know what I'm saying? But in the middle, That's when it's gonna break off. That's when we're gonna go into the tribulation. I be like, what? Gonna break it off. Break off. All right. So we need to watch some things real quick. Hold on to me. Where did I type in? There it is. Lunar eclipse tonight. Now. Oh. I have to bear witness. All right. It wasn't. It was this week, but it was like I want to say like 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. I saw what looked to be like evil spirits, but they were like vultures or like gargoyles, and I began to start to see them attack people in America. I mean, just all out, nothing, just attacking. And what I saw was that the time is going to happen. It's going to come, and it's coming soon. Where the Father's going to remember, like how those pigs, the demons, the evil spirits. Listen, it was symbolic of what is to come. Okay, listen. The evil spirits knew that they could not go into what? A clean person or a person, period, at that time. Listen. So they asked for what they can go into. All right, so it's like we go to a restaurant. Everything might be on the menu. But just because it's on the menu don't mean that we going to be eating it. So it's going to be catering to our menu, right? That is how everything is now, okay? So this lunar eclipse tonight is not just a sign. It is time itself. The fact that it's not going to show up for 3 years, until 3 years. You see what I'm saying? Listen, 3 years. It will not show up until 3 years. That could be 3.5 years. The tribulation is for 3.5 years. That's when it's going to show up again. So it's like tonight is like saying, boom, today begins the Great Tribulation. Then 3.5 years, boom, another lunar eclipse shows what? It's done. And when that happens, so I mean, my hair is about to grow white rapidly. Because just as that lunar eclipse, boom, is time, so is my hair. So now you have two things. So you have something that's going to be before your face for a while. My hair is getting white quickly. Look at my beard, man. I would like to go and put some dark and lovely, but then I'll be cheating you at your time. I remember, and I got that from Kanar, lovely Kanar. You know what I'm saying? She was like, no, don't be cheating us at our time. So what? Said, isn't your hair? Isn't it the time? Like, turning time over, like how much time we know we're gonna have if you color it. So you gotta. I said that wouldn't be right to hide the time. So I've let it be there. And since I let it do that, I mean, my hair has been like, oh, thanks, cuz, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And they just been just growing, it's been sprouting. I'm looking like, man, this is some scary stuff. Because once I am mimicking, look, there's already told you, number one, that I am the visible of the invisible. Now imagine me with my hair white. You just saw the Father. I am about to look. I mean, I look like my daddy right now, but I'm about to look like my daddy even in this. And that's exactly why it says all of the righteous men always had white hair. Moses, he had to have white hair. He was 80 years old. Noah, you know, telling me his hair might have to be white too. Because white hair is a crown. It's a crown of old age and a crown of wisdom. It's a crown in itself. If it is brought up in the way of righteousness. My hair is gonna be fully white. My crown. He's not gonna put a crown on a hair that is 2 shades. One white, other black. Can't do that. So my hair now depicts on when the crown's coming too. The head of, it says that the hoary head is a crown. It's a glory. You just figure out when the glory is gonna hit. The glory is not gonna hit me while it's like, woof, why it's like this. He's not gonna show it to you. When my hair turns fully white, the glory is coming. The light on me to the heavens. And then what? Why? And look how it's tying in perfectly. 3 years, my hair is about to be growing rapidly because it's got to catch up with this lunar eclipse for the next time. That means, oh my, this is getting scary, dog. I'm so serious. I'm about to ready to just run about this door. Because like I feel like I'm sitting on a throne right now, dog. Like I'm getting ready to start judging like at any minute, like someone just blow and everything is done. That's how it feels right now. But the only thing is, it'll be a lot of empty seats. And a lot of people on their way to hell. So it's a good thing that mercy says, let his hair turn white. Hair turn white. Every part of my body, hair turn white. Don't mind me, I'm just caught up in seeing how everything happens. Like, man, you are worthy, Daddy. You are worthy. I worship you. Lambo shokuia mamandasa. Kia la rabamokundo, shia la mamamanda de rababoku. Kuya la bababoku do shike. Kia banda lololobabokundo rabamamamana rababoku to show. Kama mamamana. Kia la rababoku. Namande irararababoko shaya la baboko tosho kumana kiera da babokundo shukuyina mabaka anda ayokoto sheke ambako shokoro da babokunda bina da babokundo da babokundo da baboko shaka mande sheki ala da baboko undo sho Ko alalabaka na alalaba na she alalaboko. Manda sheke. Da ha she alababoko sho. Ambaya shaka. You are worthy. Na sheke ke garababoko shoko. And I'm proud to be called your son. And I'm proud to call you my father. You are my portion. You are my joy. I put you first before everyone and everything. And Lucifer knows. Because without you, I wouldn't have none of these things. If you didn't step in, I would not be here. I was already gone from two people coming together as one to vote against me. You were the only one standing in my corner when I had no voice. You spoke for me from my mother's womb. So since you gave me life, all I have to give is my life. So sacrifice and offering, but a body you have prepared for me and given me an open ear to hear your commands and fulfill them and leave nothing undone and do not come back home until the mission is finished. I am the Holy Spirit, your son, your firstborn, the judge of the people, and the prosecutor and condemner of Satan. Protect our people. Those who are watching this broadcast, Father, begin to cause a calm in their heart. For those who might be saying that this is fake, I pray that you open and let them see this is the end. It is the end. And look how many people believe. Father, send more laborers into the field because the fields are ripe. But I don't have many people who will labor and work with my heart, with my tenacity, with my spirit, with my Father, with people are they forget about the suffering. That it is literally the long suffering. Therefore, we can never, and you can never have true love without love. I did not many times, many. I was used to people pushing me away, so I wanted you to do the same, and I did. And you made that the banner. That is the covenant between the Father and his son. That's the new covenant. Father said he will never, he said, I have not given up on you, so you cannot give up on me. That was the prerequisite. I haven't given up on you, so you can't give up on me. And then you see my hands raised with a chain to it. I can't move. And that chain also represents, with me being also chained, I said the Messiah is on my right hand and I'm on his left. And he says, and I'm steadfast that I cannot be moved from my position. In a chain, I cannot be moved from my position. When he enters the temple, tell him that he will be a pillar in my temple. And once he go in, he can never leave. He can't get away. He can never leave. He's chained. He's a pillar in the temple of Yah. He is chained where he can never go out those gates again. It's even going to talk about in Ezekiel how the Lord has gone into these gates and how no one else can come back in these gates. The only one can come in these gates, watch this, is my son. There's a whole nother verse of scripture talk about that says that the king is going to have many sons. Oh yeah. I'm like, what? Many sons. It didn't say many daughters. It said sons. Michaela might be the only princess. Literally. And then everybody else is a son. Just son. Why? To build up the kingdom. Royalty. Royal blood. Literal royal blood. My blood is strictly from the Father. I have the same blood as he. That is powerful. So powerful. Look how, watch. Not watch. People say, oh, we got 10 years. Where? Where? Watch this. The more that I grow up in here, the more I grow in the scripture, the more that I grow on understanding what has been going on, the more time gets shorter and shorter, shorter and shorter. It said it will be cut short for the elect's sake. How do you think it's got to be a balance on how it's not going to just be cut short just because it's just cut short? It's got to be something to this. The longer you stay in derision, the longer they have to play. The more that I grow in power, grow in understanding, grow in wisdom, grow in all these things, they're already on me. But the more I begin to understand the things that happen to us from what the scripture is saying, it hastens the time. Look, we never thought that lady would die. Well, I knew she was going to die, but I just thought she should have been dead like 90 years ago. No, I'm dead serious. She should have been dead like 90 years ago. Her face, I mean, they said when she was like, what, 70? Yeah, okay. What, in dinosaur years or something? What? Don't mind me. Don't mind. Dinosaur, yeah. Yeah, reptiles, right? That's crazy. So this is horrible, right? So she dies. He comes in. This is the beast who reigns for a short while. It's him. Look how old he is. What is that? He reigns for a short while, right? And the scripture says that in the book of Revelations. Father says the beast is about to take the throne and tells me to go live about it before it happens. And then we got, watch this, Kanye emerging, but he's been out right now. Like I said, I've heard he had his own religion. His own religion. He's come in his own name. And people are following him to their own destruction. The Bible says that it's no marvel that Satan can change himself into an angel of light. So it's no marvel if he can also make his ministers speakers of righteousness. Now, the last time I checked, if you have came out and made a testimony that you sold your literal soul to the devil, the word says that anything you offer will be an offense. Oh, y'all never seen it in the Bible? Oh, see, that's different things that my pastor will bring us up on. Oh, we will be up on Hebrews. We'll be in the Old Testament. We be everywhere. We just be swimming through the book. Like, this is great right here. Oh my goodness, man. This is the book of Daniel. What's up? We just gonna swim all the way. So yeah, we be swimming. So we was reading book. It literally talks about how like a sinner's like their gift is an offense. It counts against them, not for them. So now watch this. If Kanye, since we know we got the thing, we got to put it out. Father's like, bring it out, put it on the thing. We're gonna do it. All right. I guess this is a suppose Kanye Day. I don't know. But he just happened to come out here. I just hear the father just going off because it's man, it's red moon and everything like that. So all this stuff is all taking place. So it's gonna be a one right here. Kanye sells. Still, see, it's like sells his clothes, and look, they don't want to say it. Sells his souls or sold his soul. There we go. Let's put that one in. Sold my soul lyrics. Mm. And he's like saying what? He's even we got all these songs he's singing, right? People can see it clear. It says Kanye West. Uh-huh. Right? Now, the last time I checked, when we did, our people made an alliance with death, Father annulled that alliance and sent us into slavery. Father does not take kindness to us making vows and decrees with evil intentions. And then you be used for him in the end. No, that's not how it works. You can see his promotion. They promoting on all this. You see that how it's just gonna move you always straight up into Kanye West, this, everything, everyone, right? It's taking you right into it. All right. John Legend. Why is John Legend on Eyes Closed with Kanye West? Why in the world would John Legend be on it? Birds of a feather flocks together, bruh. Because John Legend has sold his soul too. And I can see it with my eyes closed. Look, now feeling like my life froze. I'm about to hit the ground. Come on now. See, they put their whole little testimony of them selling their souls into a song because it becomes like an anthem. It is the very same thing, like I said, Take Me As I Am. You know what I'm saying? It's like my anthem, you know, to showing that the Father is with me, you know what I'm saying? Emmanuel, if you will. Even got a song where, like, watch this. We had a song called Consuming. Guess what's consuming? And I was always saying, like, Father, consume me with your fire. I will consume. Knowing I had his fire, but I was like, consuming with it. Consuming is like fire from heaven. Man. And that was brought forth consuming. The song I did in Korea, Fire from Heaven. Or as actually wasn't that was called, what is it? I cannot think of what it is. I got probably put up on my computer, but that's upstairs. Um but anyway, it was like one of my love songs. I remember me and Lindsay, we listened to that song like a whole straight one whole week. That's all we listened to it. When we came together, we listened to that whole song that I did in Korea. That song was powerful. I think it's called Mercy Over Judgment. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's called Mercy Over Judgment. Mercy Over Judgment. Yeah, that's what you gave me. Yeah. That's what it's called. And we listened to that song for a whole week. After listening to that song for a whole week, I came up with another beat, something like that. Man. And that's what brought up consuming. So I'm saying fire from heaven, burn up everything within. Everything that's not like you burn it away, burn it away, burn it away. You know what I'm saying? Like that, take it away, take it away, take it away, like that. You know, and then we get the song what, you know, saying consuming. Your presence consumes me like a burning fire. See, what has been transitioned from what was old has came into something new. It's the same exact thing. This over here is literally my testimony aligned inside of it. But then this right here is also another testimony running inside of it. And we can start to see things like your presence consumes me like a burn, and then fire. Now, then you start looking at the words that we're seeing and seeing exactly what the Son is. Literally, the Father's presence or the presence of Yah is on him. He's consumed into it. Him and the Spirit are one. David and the Spirit are one. He's consumed into that fire. So, here I am singing testimonies of scripture, because everything always right is always scripture. But at the same time, did not know. I've always seen from the standpoint of my own testimony, right? But I didn't understand that my testimony was in the scripture. But I've been singing my testimony and stuff like this for, I guess, forever. I'm just now realizing. My father was like, "Who is blind and deaf? Who is dumb as my servant, my chosen servant?" Can you believe this? This boy is doing all this work, and he gonna look at my face and say, like, "Nope, it ain't me. Find someone else." You imagine your son telling you, "Find someone else." Boy, if you don't see. Then it ain't your adopted son. This is your son. But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get it. All the way straight up. Yeah. That's what I was in. But Kentucky, I was like, no, I'm not going. No. I am not going. And I had to tell him, like, Dad, you didn't even give me a chance to do it here first. He knew what was going to happen there. He was just trying to cut to the chase before going through all that. You know how, like, I just want to, he already knows what's going to happen. All right, so let's just go ahead and just cut to the chase. Let's go to Arizona. That's where you're going to end up going anyway. So let's cut through the chase. Let's get you to Arizona. But, you know, kids always got to have their little stands. Like, but wait a minute. How do you know that I can't do it the way that it was going to be done in the first place? Oh, here we go. All right. You're on. He told me you got to get this done within a criteria, within a certain amount of time. I was like, you know how kids are. Bet. Piece of cake. It's in the oven. It's about to be in the box. It's done, right? But then I had a girl who did not understand the context of being completely sold out to the Father. So I was like, all right, well, you know, Dad said I could, you know, to pretty much stay here, whatever, as long as I get the stuff done that he's asking me to do. And so she said, okay, cool. I was like, so that we got, you know, cut back probably. We're going to cut back on some things because I need to be able to have the money, whatever, to get the trademark and get my songs copywritten. Okay, all right, no problem. During time come and everybody want to eat. Oh, we need to go out to eat. I'm like, did we not just have this conversation? Didn't we just have this conversation? I need to better say every single time I look up, some money was being spent on something. When the time came, Bob just came and said, go to Arizona. I don't really have a stance no more. I don't have no legs to stand on anything, but yet and still I'm going to create because I'm Yah. I created some legs. And I was at that time, that anger that the Father had in the Bible towards Noah, towards the children of Negro land, I experienced that anger. But it wasn't the anger of I'm gonna kill you. It was the anger of like you working my nerve. So it's like, and it was a serious. Well, I mean, like it was serious. It was like he literally start to bring out evidence, inventory. He said, "Did you do what I said here? Did you do what I said here? Did you do what I said here?" All I could say was like, "No, I was trying to get it done, but did you get it done? No, no, no." Then go to Arizona. That was it. It wasn't no. It was He meant business on that. I'm going to Arizona. At that moment, everything in my life, that moment was changing. Watch this. The Father is moving me to Arizona because the Father got to get me to Arizona. Why? Because I'm going to be in a place that is hidden. I got to fit the scriptures. Father's got to call me up out of Egypt. He's got to call me up out of Egypt from Arizona. Why? Because I'm in the wilderness. Freaking wilderness. And that's where Charles come in with that witness on that one, because there was a book that he read talking about how the Messiah, everyone thought the Messiah is going to be here, be here, be here. But this book says the Messiah is going to be in Arizona. He's going to be coming from Arizona, leaving Arizona to go to the land. He's going to be right there in Arizona. I was like, what? I've heard this when I was a child all the time. And so, like, then you start to see there's a lot of movies dealing with Arizona and these strange phenomenons like, UFO sightings or the power of Yah. You know what I'm saying? There's always some stuff popping off in Arizona of a supernatural tip. They've always had the strange, the science, the sci-fi type stuff showing up in Arizona, as well as the Wild Wild West as well. John Wayne and them. A lot of stuff was shot in Arizona. Those old West movies, Wild Wild West movies, was shot in Arizona. It was shot in Arizona. A lot of them was shot in Arizona, Sedona, and all that stuff. So I will be coming from a very known place. Straight from there to the land. We literally was like what? Sisters to California. When California was going down, guess who supplied them with their water? We did. It was people who was there in Arizona and saw that it was going to be a drought there and said they decided to leave and go to Atlanta. I was like, people was like, they was worried about drought, like, oh, we gotta get up out of here. It's about to be a drought. This place is about to be so dry, blah, 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 blah. And they just like, they just keep saying that their mouth is gonna happen. I'm like, I said, no, that won't happen. I said, because I didn't say this until after they left. I said, that won't happen. Why? I said, because I'm here. I said, do you understand? I said, the Father can make it rain every single year and make it rain like a little bit more than what's supposed to rain every year, so we'll never have a drought. That's exactly what happened. It literally rained. It kept raining. It kept raining. It kept raining. And it filled up the water. Etana was like, She's like, I guess what you said was right. Like they left, panicking, thinking it was not going to be enough for no one. Because there's a lot of people in Arizona. It was like, it ain't gonna be enough for everybody. It's gonna be a drought. By 2 years, it's gonna be a drought. Man, I was like, not while I'm here. Not while I'm here. Father can't do that. So there's gonna be some water in there. And definitely, sure enough, it was raining. Rain. When we had good rain come in, we had so much rain. We had enough stuff put this, but when California went under, we was able to sustain still California and still sustain us. So what drought did you see? There was no. The whole entire time when I was there was no droughts. None. Now, think about that now. So when there's no drought, even though we're in Arizona, no droughts while I'm there. Because wherever the Father tells me to go somewhere, the Father has to provide. He provides for the prophet's food. When the Father says go somewhere and you don't go, the Father begins to dry up your resources. Even the natural resources that's actually feeding you. Like the food source. Look what's happening. The food source is drying up. You know why? It's time for y'all hard-headed selves to leave. More food is going to continue to leave. They're not going to make no new food. They're going to make laboratory food. You about to get served. You got served prison food from a laboratory. Period. If they're giving you laboratory food, you do not see that as the equivalent of dog food? If you don't, even dog food got flavor. Now with chicken. Kibbles and bits. Now with chicken. Kibbles and bits. Now with sweet potato. So just because he's got that kind of food caliber, the caliber of food in it, does not mean that it's piping hot. That is the real thing. If your food is coming from a laboratory, that means you are a prisoner. You are a prisoner. You are not a person. You are a prisoner. So John Legend is in this. All right, so we're going to look for video. There it is right here.
Yo, gang, you know, you probably the most hated thing when you say this. You know, we can bring this new shit, eh? You know, hear that? Yeah, you know, I don't know if y'all ready or what? Make some fucking up. We gonna give y'all some new shit. New music in the building, you know, we got Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Some movement, baby. You know what I'm talking about? This is it. Hold on. We want to talk about, you know that guy? This is my first time back in America for the past like 3-4 months. I had to get up out this motherfucker for a second. You know, because I love the game so much, and I'm so passionate about it, that I just can't take this shit sometimes. And if they take everything away from me, it wouldn't fucking matter. Artists be too concerned about their well-being sometimes. Artists be too scared to stand up for something. They scared to lose their fucking house. Or they scared to lose their record deal. I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I'm spaced out, dog. I be on that moon talk. I wonder if God asked Mike how to moonwalk. You know to entertain the angels. Adriana for Giselle, let's exchange angels. Photo shoot in my crib, let's exchange angles. Rocking nothing but them Tom Biggs bangles. I'm so angry.
You put that in your song. That is not a selling statement. That is a. So how you going? All right. So now. How does the Catholic Church be the one who pretty much kills Messiah and then at the same time offers salvation. You kill salvation, but you're gonna offer salvation. Now, you have lost your salvation altogether. You done said, I sold my soul to the devil. So the Bible would say something like that. Who are you to take my law into Kanye West? That's what it's coming down to. So we need to see this. I'm showing all this because look at all the players are here. Can you see that though? Because you can't see it. You are in worse shape than I thought. You are double blind. Like you just I don't know if we can help you. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying you got to see that all the players are all here. People are saying that, well, he said he the Messiah, so he the Antichrist. The Antichrist that actually used the word and everything, right? The Antichrist who actually used scripture, try to use it twice as the scripture said to use it, to bring forth a perfect witness. I'm the Antichrist, and I'm the one whom the Father spoke up to keep. When I was already on the checklist to being tossed out. But I'm the Antichrist. I'm the Antichrist, and then when Satan tried to do it again, the Father still speaks up for me the second time. Because if he changed his mind at any time, that'd be that the Father has changed his mind. If the Father changes his mind about my life, then the Father can't say that he does not change his mind. When he stood up for me the first time, that was him making up his mind once and for all. Then I get written into what? The jot and the tittle. I get written into the law. So now the Father puts it to where I can't even be forgotten at all. That he has to remember me at every single time because it's written into the law. That heaven and earth will pass away before one jot or tittle passes from the law. Now that's love. You written it as a law for people's life. That if they want to take you or exclude you out of it, then I'm exclude the whole entire world that was made. That's what that means. Not one jot or tittle. Because if it is removed, then the Father's like, he said, none of you will be here. If they can't be there, you can't be here. I'm talking about on earth. Father was saying one thing, like, I would simply cease to exist, meaning what? Along with you, before I allow this to happen. Before I allow one jot or tittle to pass away from the law. He said it would simply be no world. It would be simply nowhere for anywhere, for anyone. All right, so Kanye sold his soul to the devil. He already told it. All right, now we got what? Lunar eclipse tonight. Total lunar eclipse. Blood moon on Tuesday. When and where to watch? If you're planning to wake up early to head to the pools on Tuesday, you'll get a shot at seeing the moon darken as it falls into Earth's shadow. Look, now, A total lunar eclipse over Temple City Calf in May. The night will be the last total lunar eclipse till what's this? 2025. See? So that just marked off some time. A lot of time. During the early hours on Tuesday, darkness will slip across the face of the moon before it turns a deep blood red. No, it isn't an election day omen. It is one of the most eye-catching sights in the night sky. Anyone awake in the United States will have a front row seat as the sun, the earth, and the moon line up, causing the moon to pass through Earth's shadow in the last total lunar eclipse until 2025. So that literally means, look at this. Everything is lining up. Lining up for what? To bring about what? The tribulation period. And look what it says in that. United States. That means judgment on United States. The moon rising up with red is judgment coming upon United States of America. To me, the most significant thing about a lunar eclipse is that it gives you a sense of three-dimensional geometry that you rarely get in space. One orb passing through the shadow of another, said Bruce Belts, the chief scientist at the Planetary Society. All right. Here's what you need to know about viewing the eclipse. When and where to watch the eclipse. In North America, observe on the West Coast will get the best view at 12:02 a.m. Pacific time. The moon will enter the outer part of Earth's shadow and dim ever so slightly. But the total phase of the eclipse, the true star of the show, won't begin until 2:16 a.m. The phase is called totality when the moon enters the darkest part of Earth's shadow and shines a deep blood red hue. Totality will last for roughly 90 minutes until 3:41 a.m. And by 5:56 a.m., the moon will have returned to its well-known silvery hue. All right, let me see. Don't care about that. Let me see. Okay, let me see. There it is. Viewers on the East Coast, on the other hand, will have to set their watch. Let me see. Viewers on the East Coast, on the other hand, will have to set their alarms early. Although they won't be able to watch the entire eclipse, they can catch totality, which will run from 5:16 a.m. Eastern Time to 6:41 a.m. roughly when the moon sets. For the most northeastern portions of the United States, early risers should look to the northwestern horizon to catch the ruby moon. For those in the Midwest, totality will sustain the moon red from 4:16 in Central Time until 5:41 a.m. And for those in the Rocky Mountains, totality will occur 1 hour early. Forecasters predicted rainy conditions. I don't care. All right, let's see. Let me see. I don't need to read all this. All right. So we got, here we go. We got this blood moon, and we won't see another one for 3 years. That is marking something that we're going into. Remember, the moon will be used for what? Signs and times, right? The moon, what's this? The moon will go red. Look, there it is right there. I will show wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and columns of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming and great and awesome day, see, of the Lord. Before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord. What that mean is this now. We're gonna see what that great and awesome day of the Lord. Which is the day when a light is gonna be shined. You're gonna see it's the same thing as sanctification, right? So the day I'm sanctified in you, which is what? When I'm set apart, right? When I'm like fully set apart, not just set apart where you know I'm set apart, but it's gonna come off as boom, he is set apart. Why? Because there is a light about him. That's why they always had that little fake light, with the so-called white Messiah, whatever, what I'm saying, with white boy. So because in the real picture, there was a glow about him. There was that, what I'm saying, that glory about him, right? Let's see. All right. So we got this blood moon, we got Kanye West, we have Charles, um, who is now going to reign for a short time. It's like, and the beast will reign for a short time. He will reign for a short time. He will reign for a short time. Okay. Let me see. Is it? Oh yeah, he's a. Let me see. Beast. Is the 7th or 8th. There it is. All right. There it is right here. Revelation 17. So he must reign for a short time. Why? Because this person's old. We know he fits the scripture where he's just gonna reign a short while. And then whoever the next one is, he comes in. He's of the 8th, but he's still the 7th. He's counted with the seventh. He's 8, but he's counted as the seventh. Hmm. There it is, right here. 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. There are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. See? And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. See? And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. That's a short time. And the reason why he must continue for a short time, because he ain't got that much time. Like they said that he should have been reigning for a long time, but she took his, took his time to reign. And the beast that was and is not, even he is of the 8th and of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. The 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. So now we got Charles, who's going to be reigning for a short space, but the Father called him a beast. And his book just called him a beast. Right here. He must continue a short space. Not a lot of time. So now we got Eclipse. We have this beast in there. We got Kanye West. We got 3 things right there. 3. Let's get this word right here. Yeah, start that part with one nation, one king. One nation with one king. And again, the word of Yah came to me saying, and you, son of man, take a single stick and write on it belonging to Judah and to, watch this, the Negro, in Negro land, right? The Negroes, right? Associated with him. Then take another stick and write on it belonging to Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, into all the house of Israel, or the house of Negroes, the Negro associated with him. Then join them together into one stick so that they become one in your hand. When your people ask you, won't you explain to us what you mean by these? You are to tell them that this is what Yah says. I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Negro land associated with him, and I will put them together with the stick of Judah. I will make them into a single stick, and will become will become one in my hand. When the sticks on which you write are in your hand in full view of the people, you are to tell them that this is what Yah says. I will take the Negro out of the I will take the Negroes out of the nations to which they have gone, and I will gather them from all around and bring them into their own land. So if you are Negro and you are in any of these lands, but you keep saying, "Oh, I'm from America," the word just said, well, maybe it might be a part of you that is, saying whatever, Hamitic. So if that's the case, then yeah, it's a lot of America could be your home, because that America was a part of Ham's and Japheth's land. I will make them one nation in the land on the mountains of Negro land. And one king will rule over all of them. Then they will no longer be 2 nations and will never again be divided into 2 kingdoms. They will no longer defile themselves with their idols or detestable images, or with any of their transgressions. I will save them from all their apostasies by which they have sinned, and I will cleanse them. Then they will be my people, and I will be their Yah. My servant David will be king over them, and there will be one shepherd for all of them. They will follow my ordinances and keep and observe my statutes. They will live in the land that I gave to my servant Jacob, where where your fathers live. They will live there forever with their children and grandchildren, and my servant David will be their prince. What? Forever. And I will make a covenant of peace with them. It will be an everlasting covenant. I will establish them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary among them forever. Here I am, the sanctuary. It says he will be for a sanctuary, right? Let's go there. Let's go get it. He said, I will set my sanctuary among them forever. So he just said it twice. He says, what? And my servant David will be their prince forever. Then he says, I will set my sanctuary among them forever. He is a sanctuary. I think it's 14. See, he will be a holy place. He will be a sanctuary. And he will be a sanctuary. And he will become a sanctuary. And thou has become my salvation. All right. And he will be a sanctuary, but to both houses of Negro land. See, I called to fear Yah. And he will be a sanctuary, but to both houses of Negro land, a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense to the dwellers of Jerusalem or Negro land, a trap and a snare. Well, I'm gonna be entrapping to those who are not from here. See, sanctuary. He will be a sanctuary. And I will set my sanctuary among them forever. See? Told you. Watch this. Look what he just said. Oh my goodness, he just said it. I will establish them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary among them forever. My dwelling place will be with them. My sanctuary is my dwelling place, and I will be their Yah, and they will be my people. Then the nations will know that I am Yah. Watch this, sanctify Negro land when my sanctuary is among them forever. That is powerful. That means if I'm among you right now, I'm here forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. All right, what's the next one? Next one's gonna be like throwing bows. Boy, it's about to get violent. Ezekiel 38, a prophecy against Gog. And the word of Yah came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief priests of Meshach and Tubal. Prophesy against him and declare that this is what Yah says. Behold, I'm against you, O God, chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn you around, put hooks in your jaws, and bring you out with all your army, your horses, your horsemen in full armor, and a great company armed with shields and bucklers, all brandishing the swords. Persia, Cush, and Put will accompany them. Do you see what's happening now? A coup d'etat. You got Gog, Magog, Persia, Cush, Put. You have all these people coming against us. We'll accompany them, all with shields and helmets, and as well as the Gomer with all its troops, and Beth Togarmah from the far north with all its troops, the many nations with you. Do you see what's happening now? Listen, what is happening? All right. There is a plan. And that plan is we are going to give them their money. But then we're going to take it right back. Yeah. See? From the far north with all its troops, the many nations with you. Watch this. Get ready. Prepare yourself. You and all your company gathered around you. You will be their guard. After a long time, you will be summoned. After a long time, you will be summoned. In the latter years, you will enter a land that has recovered from war, whose people were gathered from many nations to the mountains of Negro land, which had long been desolate. They had been brought out from the nations, and all now dwell securely. You and all your troops and many peoples with you will go up, advancing like thunderstorm. You will be like a cloud covering the land. This is what Yah says. On that day, thoughts will arise in your mind, and you will devise an evil plan. Do you see what's going on? An evil plan is being thought of with the money. They're going to give us some money. Why? Because they devised an evil plan to come over and take it. Watch what it goes on. Watch what it says. It's literally going to expose it. And so watch this. You will say, I will go up against a land of unwalled villages. Come on now. That is right here in the land. I will come against a tranquil people, a calm people who dwell securely. All of them living without walls or bars or gates. In order to seize, watch this, in order to seize the spoil and carry off the plunder, to turn a hand against the desolate places now inhabited and against a people, watch this, gathered from the nations who have acquired livestock and possessions and who live at the center of the land. Things is changing. Buy, obtain. This is powerful. Who have acquired livestock and possessions and who live at the center of the land. Sheba and Dedan and merchants of Tarshish with all its villages will ask, have you come to capture the plunder? Do you see what I'm saying? Did you come to take their things? Who? The nations. Have you assembled your hordes to carry away loot, to make off with silver and gold, to take cattle and goods, to seize great spoil? The Bible says that we're gonna come out with great spoils, great riches, great great wealth. Therefore, prophesy, son of man, and tell God that this is what Yah says. On that day, when my people and people in Negro lands are dwelling securely, will not, he said, will you not, watch this, will you not take notice of this? Meaning what? Do you not know that the day that they're actually sitting securely, listen to the marker, you're sitting securely. Meaning what? You're there. He said, you come take a spoil. He said, will you not take notice of this? When you do what? When they're dwelling securely. Will you not be noticing that they're dwelling securely? Like what? They're calm. It's time to come over and take it. Will you not take notice of this? Watch this. And you will come from your place out from the far north. Talking about spoiler alert. Oh, they coming. Oh, yeah, let me tell you when they're coming. They're coming from the far north. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't have to do no kind of detective work at all. I just gotta go ahead and just, it's good. All right, so it's always better to actually have the information told to you than, yeah. Especially for my father. Love it. Let me see. You will advance against my people. Like, watch this. You and many peoples with you all riding horses, a mighty horde, a huge, not small. This is the nations gathered against us. They done sent us away with all the silver, gold, and all that kind of good stuff because they have literally put a plan together to come over and take it back from us. Now watch this. This is not just to take it back from us. It's to purge us right in the same place where we come from. So people are going to be coming back here with all their riches and stuff like that. And you're going to have these people who are white and all that kind of stuff, whatever, be trying to purge us. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. That's the plan. Think about it. If they come over, you think they're going to ask for the gold? Like, come here, could you please give us the gold back? Give us the money back? No. You don't get, pop, 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 pop. They're going to take the gold. Or if you give the gold back to them, they're going to pop, 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 pop anyway. And they'll come up with a new law like they contaminated the money. What? Nice. All right, let me see. You will advance against my people like a cloud covering the land. Watch this. It will happen when? See? That is what's about to happen, man. Y'all about to get released with money. Something is about to happen. Y'all about to get released within some time. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at this time right now. It will happen in the latter days. Oh God, that I will watch this. Oh God, that I will bring you against my land. Watch this, so that the nations may know me when I show, watch this, myself holy in you before your eyes. Now, actually, one part says, when I show myself sanctified. When I sanctify myself. Watch this. We're gonna go get that right now, because um, ooh, it's hot. I gotta turn this on. It's too hot. I show myself holy through you before their eyes, oh God. One part says he's when I sanctify myself. — 38 and what else? And 16. Holy, holy, my holiness. I vindicate my holiness before their eyes. I show myself holy. See, I shall be what? Sanctified in thee. There it is again. So we got that what? What sanctuary? Um, the same thing we seen in Ezekiel 37. We're now starting to see the same thing in Ezekiel 38. Says what? Um, that the heathen may know me when I shall be sanctified in you, O God, before their eyes. All right. Mm. All right. Definitely them, right? Okay, here we go. All right. Shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land. So the Father's gonna do it, that the heathen may know me when I shall be sanctified in thee. What does that mean? He is sanctified what? Inside of King David. Right? Oh God, before their eyes. That means what? There's something when he says sanctified, that means that's going to be glory. That means the Father, when he means sanctified, he's going to set apart. I'm going to set the one apart right before your eyes. That means that people are not going to see my glory until Magog and Magog shows up. When they show up for battle, that is when the Father's going to change me to this warrior, right? Of who I am always. Our Yah is a man of war. Thus saith Yah, art thou he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants, the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring thee against them? See? And it shall come to pass that the same time, come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Negro land, saith Yah, that my fury shall come up in my face. For my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day, there shall be a great shaking in the land, in the Negro land. Now, watch this. That means it's going to be what? I'm going to make Jerusalem or Negro land a cup of trembling, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things and that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake. Watch this. They're going to shake at whose presence? They shall shake at my presence. They're going to shake at my presence. Let me look at y'all real quick. All right. See, when America and all of the surrounding nations come over here, that is the day when it's going to be pop collar. The glory of my Father is going to be displayed upon me. And you're going to see what I saw October 7, 1987, probably something even more magnified. Why? Because it was for this reason that I was sent here to protect our people. But people ain't going to know about it because I'm going to be like any other average Joe Blow in front of everybody. But then when they show up and step up to the plate, boom, the Father brings forth the glory. I am literally sanctified, set apart in them, and I become a weapon of mass destruction. Let's go. Yeah, when the nations come, see, they're going to shake at my presence. Now, why in the world would they be shaking at my presence? Oh, let's see. I've been sanctified, right? Before their eyes. And this sanctification is something different. For in my jealousy, in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. That means I'm a whole thing of fire. Our eyes are all consuming fire. I'm on fire. Surely in that day, there shall be a great shaking in the land of Negro land, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heavens and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep on the earth and all men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down. You understand what's happening now? The new earth and new heaven is taking place at the same time that I get the light and the glory shown upon me. It's the same time when literally the mountains are turning into valleys and the valleys are coming up into mountains, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground, and I will call for a sword against him. Watch, and I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith Yah. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. So people are going to come over here to the land and they're going to be trying to kill something. We're going to forget why they're there, and they're going to kill their own people who's there with them, their own brother. Wow. Every man's sword will be against his brother, and I will plead against them with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself. See? And I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am Yah. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself. Yes. So see, there is a mighty weapon that's going to be fighting for our people. You can see that it said they come over to pillage and plunder, trying to live peaceful, and y'all come up here trying to cause some drama. Hope y'all got something from this. Hope y'all seen and understand what's about to happen, what's about to get ready to pop off, because this thing is not, and I mean, it is not, is it? You don't have that much time, all right? That's what I'm put out there. So you want to be putting up the banner. Stop playing around with it, because right now we are about to move into a watch this, let's go. Let's 3-year tribulation, right? 3 Hmm. 3 years. Yeah. They always say 7 years. It ain't no 7 years. We actually going into it. That's why people gonna be all messed up. — 3 years tribulation. They gonna probably say 7. I mean, it is great. And it said the one who reigns for a short time is of that 7, who's bringing forth this heartache, boy. Yeah, there it is. I said to him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they that came out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. One of the elders answered, saying to me, Who are these that are arrayed in white robes? And from whence have they come? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they that came out of great tribulation. Therefore they are before the throne of Yah, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This stuff is phenomenal. So the Great Tribulation is getting ready to kick up, and that's what that moon is showing. And look where it started at. It's over in the States. We don't even have that over here. See, look. Also known as the Great Tribulation, prophesied to occur before the return of the Messiah. Now, with the part of the return of the Messiah, they getting this thing a little bit twisted. And what I mean by twisted, um, they getting this thing a little bit twisted. Also known as the Great Tribulation, prophesied to occur before the return of the Messiah. Um, no, before what? The Great Tribulation period is going to take place before the nations show up, and I am what? Sanctified, glorified. At the time I'm glorified, it's the same thing at the same time when the Messiah is like returning, right? Why? What? The power, the light, that's going to be on me. Light of the Son of Man in the clouds. I'm on the earth and I'm beaming already into the clouds. Yeah, yeah. It's the time y'all get me to get y'all buzz up and start fleeing. Revelations 12, here we go. How long will these signs and wonders be? For times, and half a time. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of times. Mm-mm-mm. And I heard, watch this, the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Wow. And the woman, Revelations 12 and 14, and the woman were given what? Two wings of a great eagle, financial, that she might fly into the wilderness, into a place where she is nourished for a time and times and half time from the what? From the face of the serpent. That is literally the who. From the who. From the who. So that means the who is coming at y'all. The who is about to come in with full force. Full force. What's this? Romans. Who shall separate? Now the thing is, I think people think he's asking a question. No, he's telling like a statement. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? He's saying it. He's not asking a question like, man, who shall separate us? No, he's saying, who shall separate us? Mean like, watch out for them. Who is not to be trusted? Who is designed to go against every single thing that's of the Father? Who shall separate us from the love? Who is there to condemn us? See? Who? World Health Organization is there to condemn us. There it is. And we know that Yah works all things together for the good of those who love who? Love him. So let's put it right there. What's this? And we know that King works all things together for the good of those who love King, who are called according to King's purpose. For those King foreknew, he also be predestined to be conformed to his son. My father is king, I'm prince. So that he will be, watch this, firstborn. Oh. Now, my testimony is the father said to my grandma that he didn't want me to be aborted because I was for his purpose. And it says it right there. We're called according to his purpose. For those Yah foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed. Watch this. For those Yah foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to. Understand? I'm gonna say it again. For those Yah foreknew. You know what? There is some thing I want to bring out, but I heard it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how sure on some things it is yet. But I'm gonna just put it out there real quick because I see this right here. It's a verse of scripture that says that people are gonna look in the sky. Nothing's gonna be there. Then it has another verse of scripture that says people are gonna look from the ground. You're gonna put something to come up from the ground. It says nothing's gonna come up. Nothing's going up in the sky right now at this time, and nothing is coming up. That's what it said right there. And you were like, it's saying something. So he would be the firstborn among, watch this, many brothers. And those he predestined, he also called. Goshen, right? Those he called, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified. What then shall we say in response to these things? If Yah is for us, who can be against us? Watch this. If Yah is for us, what? That's what he's going to show the light. What? This is my champion, right? Watch this. Watch this, who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all. How would he not also, along with him, freely give us all things? Who will bring any charge against Yah's elect? So what they just said, the World Health Organization will bring any charge against the Father's chosen. That's what they're going to do. They will bring charge. So we need to do research and see that who World Health Organization and lawsuits. Let's see. World Health Organization. Uh, um, World Health Organization and lawsuits. Let me see. All right. World Health Organization versus the courts, but World Health Organization, its courts, its and sovereign or it's gonna be like public safety. It's gonna sound like a public safety. So like so World Health Organization and law of public safety. Law of public safety. Um court. They had that in 2002. There we go. Something like that. All right. It's getting to a point where they could probably get to a part where they could start, I don't say suing, but if this gets into law, look, law and public safety, they're already trying to do it right now. They're already trying to do it. Abstract, since COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization, the International Criminal Court. There we go. There we go. That's what, look, October 3rd, 2022. Told you. I knew it, man. I knew it. That's what I was looking for. Relates to both civil and criminal court. They can start saying that you are guilty of a criminal offense because you will not take the vaccine. You're still not taking the vaccine, right? But you just came, we're gonna put you in jail, or since you want to endanger people's public safety, their health, we're gonna mm-hmm. Wow. There it is. That's what I was looking for. I know it, like it's gonna be there. Like I just knew it. I was like, that sounds like a law that's coming in that can actually sue you. Look, police powers. The U.S. Supreme Court has recognized that the state that police powers which enable them to act to promote public health and safety. February 21, 2021. That's what it's talking about. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're starting to form, right? Wow. Wow. Freaking wow. I knew it. All right. See? Who will bring any charge against Yah's elect? Watch. But it is, watch. It is Yah who justifies. Who, World Health Organization, is there to condemn us. See what I'm saying? He's saying like a statement. It's not asking a question. It's like he is putting out there like, who is out here to get rid of us? He's not asking the question, who is out here to get rid of us? He's saying World Health Organization will bring any charge against Yah's elect. It is Yah who justifies. Who World Health Organization is there to condemn us. For the Messiah died, and more than that was raised to life and is at the right hand of Yah and is interceding for us. See, he's at the right hand of Yah and he is interceding for us. More than conquerors. The World Health Organization shall separate us from the love of the Messiah. Shall trouble. The World Health Organization shall trouble. The World Health Organization shall distress. The World Health Organization will bring forth persecution, famine, nakedness, danger, and a sword, as it is written. For your sake, we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. Why? Once the who is in control, watch this, for the sake of the king, for the sake of the kingdom, we face death. So they're facing death because of the king. Facing death because of what he's bringing, what he's talking about. For your sake, we face death all day long. Watch, we are counted, we are considered as sheep to be slaughtered in their eyes. No, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, neither present nor future, nor any powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of Yah that is in the Son. But he came out directly and told you what who was going to do. So that's powerful to stop. So we're here. We are here, and I'm a sanctuary to those who come here. And the beast that was and is not, even he is of the 8th and the 7th, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdoms as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. So that's pretty much it on that part right there. I love this. This bad boy is powerful. So that will do it for us here on Truth Colors. As you can see, there is a motive. Once they give you the money, or once you get whatever it is you're getting, so people are going to be getting their 401ks, people are going to be doing their Social Security, whatnot, and get their residual income, and everyone's coming here. Whatever they're going to give you, you're going to get here. It literally has in the scriptures like, have you not heard that my people was coming here, that they received what they were supposed to receive, right? And have you come to plunder them, to steal from them, to take it from them? And he was like, no. And woof, that's when the light come up and says, I'm before them. So they coming in thinking it's gonna be an easy battle, easy win. And then the Father right before them, woof, lights me up. I'm getting with all this power, all this strength out of this world. No one wants to see me. Like, that's crazy right there. So a lot of things that is popping off right now. My mind is like, we're here. Now, Father told me that sun, he said, the sun and the moon are hands on a clock. He said, as you see the moon getting redder and redder and redder, he said, it's nearing the end of the world's timeline. Now, at the same time, while this is going on in the same month, this would be the same month that I believe that, what's his name? The one pastor we saw. Let me go get this video. I'm gonna probably play the video because it needs to be played right now with this right here. Get my playlist. Look how this gonna fit perfectly now. It's gonna fit so perfectly. This right here, Pastor Dana Coverstone. Listen.
Soldiers on the ground, and Russian soldiers were telling the Chinese soldiers to go intensity. According to my Fitbit, when I woke up, something pure, something righteous, something true, something holy, because there was nothing, nothing sinister about it, nothing evil. But I heard the voice say, "Part two, part two," and I saw June go up. I saw July, I saw August, and then I saw September. And I saw the finger underneath the word September, and like emphasizing it, and tapped it 3 times. And then I saw October come up, and then I saw November. And this is when it got real to me in the dream. I think the intensity, according to my Fitbit, when I woke up, my heart rate was about 180. So that was Monday night. It was also a night that I woke up not feeling very well at all. I was up during the night, not feeling well. But anyway, the minute the finger underlined November 3 times, instead of tapping it, I saw a fist ball up and it hit the calendar. And literally, the calendar exploded into the wall. The numbers seemed like they were 3D and they were falling, they were just flying everywhere. And there was a cloud of chaos that started. And then the next thing I saw was I saw
What just happened? All right, let me show you what just happened. One more time. No more time. Time's up. At that time, Father's about to turn people over to a reprobate mind. If your mind has not been on the Bible, thinking about the Bible, thinking about Him in any kind of shape, form, or fashion, don't try to think about it now because you have to be turned over to a reprobate mind. This is the season. Time. Those spirits I seen, they begin to overtake people's bodies. They begin to overtake them. They had no will to fight. They could not do anything to stop anything at all. They were given over into the hands of these gargoyles, and they did whatever they wanted to do with them or to them. It was nothing. So yeah, this stuff is crazy. We'll go back to Dana's cover something because it's gonna be some important stuff that's still lining up. Look how, boom, look where we at now. So-called November, right? Look when this um blood moon is taking place. November, right? Which, like I said before, right? As soon as that eclipse signifies what? Boom. Is it gonna happen for 3 years? Signifying what? Kicking off of the Great Tribulation. It's the same thing as you don't even need this no more. Everything else is set. We only got this much time now. That's not even being used no more. The sun and the moon is being used. So we know it's over. Watch this. We know it said the sun is gonna blow up. So at this time, when they're gonna be using a lot of this sun, and they we already looked and see if they made a moon. They made a simulation of moon, right? Oh my goodness, we're looking at a lot of stuff to be taking place. Mm-mm-mm. Says the sun was blackened, was darkening those. I'm about to blacken the sun again, or try to blacken the sun. Make it. That could be actually an eclipse.
Armed protesters. I saw fighting in the streets. I saw people pummeling one another. I saw businesses shuttered and shut up. I saw schools closed. I saw schoolrooms with cobwebs hanging in them, and like things like papers falling off the wall and posters falling like no one had been in them for months. I saw bank buildings with the roofs being taken off. And it looked almost like alien abduction because money was just flying through the roof into some type of like a vacuum cleaner. I know it sounds kind of strange. But
See what happened? Money is being vacuumed, like into a. He said like it's going through straight through the roof, right? They're doing what? They're gonna end up probably our people. You know what I'm saying? In this time as well. You know what I'm saying? It's going on. It's gonna have to happen because you got to come home. When you come home, he's gonna really try to attack you.
I was watching wealth just being taken. I saw politicians in back rooms making deals with people, patting people on the back and laughing and smiling and smirking. And I saw monuments. I saw Washington D.C. burning. I saw Washington D.C. blazing. I saw fires everywhere. I saw people being rounded up. I saw Chinese and Russian soldiers on the ground. And Russian soldiers were telling the Chinese soldiers to go and pick up these people, round up these people, secure this quadrant, secure this area. I saw blue helmets of the UN. I saw military things taking place. I also saw no sign of President Trump. I saw no sign of leadership in Washington, D.C. But the vultures that I had seen were now like gargoyles, and they were 10 feet off the ground, 10 to 15 feet off the ground. And they were just attacking people mercilessly. I saw people hiding in their homes and garages. I saw churches being burned. I saw homes.
Don't that sound like the Great Tribulation? War, famine, chaos. Is that not the tribulation? Hmm? Is this not the tribulation? Look what's going on. Look how it's happening. You know,
Being burned. I saw absolute chaos. And the fist punch on the November of 2020 is what got my attention. And then I heard the words again, brace yourself, brace yourself, brace yourself. That has been something that I have heard for almost 7 months now. Starting once we get to July, it's going to be 7 months. And once again, I'm not claiming to be a prophet. I'm not proclaiming, just we'll see what happens in November, through November, and see if I'm right about this. But I know when I hear God's voice. I know what God's voice sounds like to me. I know when He speaks. And I know when I have a dream that I know is Him. And the things that I was seeing, I don't say this to scare people, but I say this to warn people that there are some pretty sinister things coming down the pike. And not just for the lost, but for God's people as well. The second dream I had last night, and it woke me up. In this dream, we just had a yard sale to help fund a team going to Ecuador this next year. And we had a yard sale. And I had asked our secretary to get us some change for that yard sale. So in the dream that I'm having, I walk into the bank to get some change. And on the door it says there's no change available. I saw the sign, it registered in my mind, but I walked on in, and the president of the local bank was at the teller station, and she was going to be taking care of business. And I said, I need to get $10 in quarters for a yard sale. And she said, I'm sorry, but the U.S. Mint is no longer making currency or making change like pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars. We're not doing that anymore. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She said, they've stopped doing it. And I said, well, how are we going to be able to charge $1.50 for anything? And she said, prepare for hyperinflation and just charge $2. And then she said to me in the dream, oh, and by the way, $1 and $5 bills will follow soon after that. And then I heard those words, brace yourself, brace yourself, brace yourself.
All right. So that means what? He's gonna cause everyone to what? Take a mark, and you went up there to buy, sell, trade without having this new monetary system that's coming. You know, there's gonna be like the Charles doesn't have his name printed on money now. You know what I'm saying? Have his face printed on the money. So no one better buy, sell, or trade without having what? The mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Probably having his face or his imprinting, his inscription on the money. No one would be able to buy or sell or trade without having the mark of the beast, like his mark on that money, his mark on that name. You know, and then also like you probably have to be hooked up to that kind of system in order to use his monetary system. And it'll probably be the only monetary system that's around, period. So, whew, man. Now those in Africa, but that pretty much you cool for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like if you where I'm at, you cool. But if you're not where I'm at, then you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know to tell you. But over here, I'm the weapon. I haven't heard no one in the earth yet one time say that they are a weapon. Let's go look on. Let's go look on YouTube real quick. See if anyone has made a claim saying that they are a weapon. Let me see. I am a weapon. All right. And they might say, like, well, I'm a little weapon. My hands are a weapon. You know what I'm saying? I box. No, I ain't talking about that. It's not the same. Wow. I am the weapon. Mm. Ugh. I'm a weapon testimony. Hmm. No, don't see it. Everybody saying everything else but the right thing. What? They're a weapon, something. So no one's got a testimony that they are a weapon. But I do. I have a testimony that I am a weapon. And at the right time, when the nations come, I will be changed into my full glory. But it's the time to start fleeing from the face of the serpent. That means the who is coming at you. Let's go back to David Coverson.
And I woke up, I wrote these things down. I've never gone on video and recorded the dreams that I've had. And I hesitated to not do the one I had back in December. But everything I saw in that dream in December came true between March and June, when in the dream I was showed March through June. And so I don't think I would be doing anyone a service if I don't share what I saw in these dreams and visions. And I believe that we're going to see not just a second huge wave of COVID between September, October, November, but we're going to see major things with the elections. We're going to see major chaos in our country. We're going to see troops in our cities. We're going to see the protests get even worse. We're going to see buildings burn. We're going to see what could only lead to civil war in this country. And so for my friends that are believers, I'm just going to share you what I think you need to hear. First of all, you need to be preparing food. You need to make sure you've got alternative forms of currency like silver or gold or whatever. I believe you need to have an ample supply of both guns and ammunition. And that's not just the Second Amendment fan in me coming out. That is the things that we're seeing. They're talking about defunding the police. That means one thing. You're on your own in a lot of areas. I also believe you need to be praying like you never prayed before. Make sure your family knows what's going on, where you are. Have some communication between your family about if certain things happen, if certain things go down. I'm not saying get off the grid, and I've never, ever said anything like this in my church. I have said I believe things like this could happen, but I've never done what I'm doing right now. And I'm telling you that between September and November of this coming year, and you'll be able to check me, if by the time we get November nothing's happened, or December 1st, man, you call me on this and say, Dana Coverstone, you're an absolute idiot and a fool for saying those things. Go right ahead. Because I realize I'm responsible for what I've spoken. But I also know what I sense, and I know the Holy Spirit's voice enough to know that what I've heard, I believe is going to happen. And what I heard in December happened between March and June. Not because I'm a prophet, but because dreams have a prophetic edge to them sometimes. I've been doing a whole series on dreams and visions. I'm going to finish that series up tonight on my at our church. And I'm going to talk about why dreams and visions are literally an extension of the spiritual gifts of 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Because word of wisdom, word of knowledge, discernment, all those things are required for dreams. And I pray, Lord, show me what these things mean that I have seen. Show me how to interpret them and what they are. And right now, as I speak this, it is June 24th, Wednesday night at 5:30 p.m. in Burkesville, Kentucky. I'm in my office at the church, Living Word Ministries in Burkesville, Kentucky, sharing this. Not to scare you, because I believe, look, God gave the prophets of the Old Testament a lot of warnings. Not to scare people, but to prepare them for what was coming. And so I'm challenging you. Don't just throw my word away. Don't just think I'm some preacher trying to get people to come. That's not it either. Because look, the Bible says in the last days there will be a great falling away. Jesus tells people to endure to the end. Make sure you endure to the end. Why? Because people won't endure sound doctrine. They're gonna hear something. Some are gonna hear me and go, "Oh man, he is on drugs or something." I'm just telling you the dreams I've had. You can do with them. You can interpret them the way that you want to. But I'm going to declare that I believe we're going to see between September and November incredible, terrible, awful, nasty, bad things happen in this nation. And for the people who are not prepared for it, it's not just going to catch them in a bad place. It's going to destroy a lot of faith, a lot of hearts, a lot of relationships, a lot of people. The aim is to kill this nation. Because right now, we are a nation that stands in the way of a lot of the Antichrist principles like freedom, liberty, justice. First Amendment, Second Amendment, the Antichrist doesn't want those things. And yes, I do believe the Antichrist is alive and well on planet Earth. And I don't really care what people think about this video. You can call me whatever you want, you can say whatever you want about me, but wait till December 1st to say it. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to come out and say, folks, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I ate that night. I've never had two dreams like this. I've never had a part one, part two. Part one came fully true. And part two, I believe, will as well. So, heed my words, folks. Believers, stop messing around if you're not living for the Lord like you need to. Because the press, there's an olive press moment coming for the church in this country. An olive press moment. And we're going to get crushed and squeezed and pushed down. That's why I believe God keeps saying, brace yourself. He's saying this to me so I can say it to you. Brace yourself for the things that are coming. Endure till the end, no matter how hard it gets.
No, dog.
I'm not
Y'all
giving
about to
up the
get
faith that I have.
squeezed, like, you know what I'm saying, like a wine press, you know what I'm saying, blood press. So, yeah, that is for those who are in America and everything like that. those who are here, yeah, you for the most part, yeah. I wish a nigga would. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't running for no FBI, CIA. Let them come. Please come. Bring your clips. Bring them. Bring it. Bring your nuclear power. Bring it. Bring whoever else you want to bring. Your super soldiers. Bring them. You're gonna need to make some new ones. But bring them. You know what I'm saying? So bring your androids, bring your whatever, your drones, whatever. Bring them. They don't stop nothing over here. I am Yah. So I'm about to get up off of here. I have brought forth warning, and I have let y'all know. I believe the Great Tribulation is kicking off, and that's what that moon is signifying. Let moon be for signs. But how many are your works? Oh yeah. The high mountains are for the wild goats, the cliffs a refuge for rock badgers. He made the moon to mark the seasons. The sun knows when to set. You bring darkness and it becomes night when all the beasts of the forest prowl. He made the moon to mark the seasons. The moon just went red. Eclipse. So the moon just marked something, right? Let them be for lights and the spreads in the sky, distinguish the day and the night. Let them be for signs to mark the seasons and days and years. What? It'll be for times, times, half a time. Mm, 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 mm. Your point, the moon for seasons. And go. Let them mark the sign. Let them mark the seasons, days, years. Mark the sacred times. There we go. Let them serve as signs to mark sacred time, days, and years. That's exactly what just happened there. With that red, it just marked a sacred time. And we won't see it again for another 3 years. All right, so that will do it for us over here at Truth Colors. Remember, truth is not biased, it's absolute. It's the best time to be alive. If you have family members out there, tell them to get over here. Tell them to get to safety. Tell them the Messiah's here. People can believe what they want to believe, think what they want to think, whatever it is. But you know what? Got my testimony. I done seen the Messiah. So if you ain't seen the Messiah, you want to talk about you the prophet, you a prophetess, you an apostle, something like that. But you ain't seen the Messiah. But then you want to try to come against me when I say I'm the Messiah and I done seen the Messiah. Get out of here. Until you can prove that you done seen the Messiah or any kind of shape, form, or fashion in that manner, you really don't have 2 cents to say to me. The fact that I seen him and you didn't trumps your so-called little league titles. Trumps them. I saw the Father and I saw the Son. It trumps anything that you think you are. Kills it. Number one, how I'm able to be brought before the Father or the Son if I'm nothing of importance. Make that make sense? So yeah. The Father's gonna be with Goshen. It's the time to get your heart right. It's the time to get your mouth right. Judgment is gonna be happening quickly, like that. Be in the wrong place at the wrong time, get taken out. Because it's the time to reap. And I'm gonna show you a part of this time where it says, "Son of man, reap." How you think I'm gonna reap? Put in your sickle. Son of man, put in your sickle. How you think I'm gonna put in my sickle? I'm gonna reap souls. That's why I keep trying to tell people. None of this stuff is a game to me. I don't play games. I play for souls, right? Son of man, stick in your sickle. Your sickle. See? The harvest of the earth. That's what's going on. Another angel came out the temple and was called in a loud voice to him who was sitting on a cloud, who was sitting on the cloud. And I looked and saw a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was one like the Son of Man, with a golden crown on his head, and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came out of the temple, crying out in a loud voice to the one seated on the cloud, swing your sickle and reap, because the time has come to harvest, for the crop of the earth is ripe. So the one seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. See, look, swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come trample the grapes, for the winepress is full. The wine vats overflow, because their wickedness is great. He's talking about America. He's talking about the nations. He's talking about everywhere. And that's why I'm literally harvesting. And the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age. And the harvesters are angels. The harvest is the end. What? There's what? The laborers are few. The harvest is plenty. If we see the harvest, it's because we're at the end. The harvest is the end of the age. Watch this. It's coming to the end of the rule of the Gentiles. The end of the age. Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap. Andrew, it's time. It's time. For the time is come for thee to reap. Andrew, it's time. What? To reap the earth. It's time to come and reap the earth. I told Father to send me the people who are on their last leg. Like, this is the end for them. After me, there's nothing else. I've been saying that for years. The earth is ripe. See? Then the temple of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his temple. And there were flashes of lightning and rumblings and peals of thunder and an earthquake and a great hailstorm. Do you see what he just said right there? What just happened? Then the temple of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his temple. Let's say that again. Then the temple of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his temple. Watch this. And there was flashes of lightning. What's happening? That's when the Father is what? Sanctifying me. He is sanctifying me at this time. The lightning. Let's go back to Ezekiel. We read there. When they see it, remember they get, here it is, they shall sin, like, okay, here it goes. Here it is right here. See, all this time going on. So all this time is going on. They shake out my presence. See, the temple is open, and the temple is open, right? In heaven. Then the temple of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of the covenant appeared in this temple. And what's happening with the people now? They're frightened. They are frightened. Look, and all the men that are upon the look, everyone is frightened, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all the creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth. That's women too. Every man, woman, and child, animals, everything shall shake at my presence. And the mountains shall be thrown down because they shaking at my presence. And the steep places shall fall. Why? Because they're shaking at my presence. And every wall shall fall to the ground. Why? Because they're shaking at my presence. And I will call for a sword against him throughout my mountains, saith Yah. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, and the overflowing rain and great hailstorms, fire and brimstone. And the temple of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his temple. And there were flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, earthquake, and a great hailstorm. All that is detailed right here. Overflowing rain, we were lightning, great hailstorms, fire, brimstone, pestilence, blood. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself. Watch this. And I will be known in the eyes of many nations. And they shall know that I am Yah. They shall know I'm king. See? Yeah. So this would, like I keep saying, this will do it for us right here. Y'all can see now how this thing is connecting with Revelation's connecting now with Ezekiel. What's going to happen in the latter days. This is still yet to happen. We see it. This is still yet to happen. This is still yet to happen. Here it is. This is still yet to happen. And the heathen shall know that I do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them. When what? When my tabernacle shall be in the midst of them. So he just told us when it's going to happen. Evermore. So when the tabernacle be in the midst of them evermore, it's going to be right here. And the sanctuary of Yah in heaven was open, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his sanctuary or temple. It's powerful. So the ark of the covenant is going to appear inside of his temple. What does that mean? The ark of the covenant is going to appear inside of his temple. Woof, light. The light that's from the heavens. He's going to open up the ark of the covenant, ark of his sanctuary in the heavens. That means what? Light is going to come through. It's going to what? Go to the Ark of the Covenant on the earth. Boof. Light. He is set apart. People are going to shake, tremble. Why? Because of what I look, I'm going to look totally different than what I look now. I'm going to be on fire, most likely. But it's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? So, we're about to get up off of here. If y'all want to, I know y'all people probably want to study it more because like that is fascinating about this part. We can see war. We can see when I'm going to change. What it says, in the twinkling of an eye, we all shall be changed as well too, right? So after I make my change, I guess what you going to do? Make your change too. Yep. We all shall be caught up with Christ. So after I'm set apart and I'm made into what it is, then y'all going to be set apart. Y'all going to be changed. Why? Going to be changed. All right. And outro. Get up off of here. Hope y'all got something from this. Tell your family, tell your friends who I am. If you want them to be saved, tell them who I am. It's the time to lift up the banner. Tell people to put the banner up. It's the time right now because the tribulation is here. Time to put it up. Salvation. Father sees it, he'll pass over. Don't see it, he might just have you get swallowed, whatever. So, yep, right there.
Yeah, so we are here at Truth Colors today, and today I blew my brother Yasha's mind, by telling him something that he didn't even know about, You see, the Father works in amazing ways. Yasha has had, see the background that I have right here? It has many colors. It's the Truth Colors background. So Yasha has had it since he started his YouTube channel. So me in the process of doing my reading my stuff and all that, I've read about the coat of many colors. The father, all the patriarchs in the Bible used to have that coat. It goes down from Adam all the way till Joseph, and during the period of Joseph is when the coat kind of disappeared, but it was the coat of many colors. The same thing is what my brother Yasha here has, Truth Colors. So you guys need to know that where all the colors for the truth are is where the Father dwells. So this guy has the truth and it's the bomb. If you guys are still double-minded, it's for your own doom. Check him out. Always listen to his words. The Father says you listen to what he tells you. You don't look at what he's doing. Listen to what he's telling you. If you follow the instructions, boom, you'll be saved. If you look at Adam and Eve, they didn't follow the instructions. The Father gave them the instructions. They went away from it. They did their own thing. They leaned onto their own understanding. But right now, he's speaking to all of us through Yasha. So we're supposed to listen to what Yasha is telling us. Truth Colors. That's where the truth is. The way, the truth, and the lie. Yeah, my boy.
Yeah. Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it, fam. I do.
All right. You gonna cut it?
Yeah. All right, fam.
for subscribing and supporting my Patreon channel, where the truth is not biased. It's absolute. I dedicate this channel through Nzambi Zulu to the awakening of my people and discovering who they truly are, to bring out information and revelation that they may not see anywhere else. And as we embark on this journey together, feel free to shop with us. OBYU, featuring our brand, Goshen Black. You can also purchase New Truth music from me, your boy Heart of Song, aka Music, featuring Etana, Nzambi, JG, The Messenger, and other great artists from CD Baby and iTunes. It's time to awaken to the truth and power. Aren't you tired of being lied to? Truth speaks. Truth awakens. Truth colors.
Other Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful.